Alright, I think we got everything fixed. So yours open. Alright, we're back after a little break that we weren't really expecting to have, but so happens when, we actually have to work. Alright, so do you guys want to recap from the last time?
Jewel had a blood dream.
Jewel had some Dark Lord dreams.
And then we got duped with horses. And then when we tried to go after said duper, turns out it was somebody that was going after us when we got teleported.
Well, maybe. They have the same arrows, but also they were a Nemesis level enemy who tricked us into buying horses and then ran away.
Just weirdness. Oh yeah, and then we were fighting him and then he poofed away.
He noped right the fuck out. But we did help an old lady though. We bought some horses and then we fixed up her barn and hung out there for a day.
That's the gist.
Yes, and then we were on our way to the Frostfell Mountains. Or woods, South Frostfell Woods.
Right,
with the overall goal of getting back to Darkholder for that goblin dwarf peace talk job.
And also possibly tracking down a weaponsmith that can identify that arrowhead.
And I think we were also looking for specialists about the mountain too. I vaguely recall that was a place we could go to get more knowledge about one of the big mysteries that was plaguing us, and I think it was related to the mountain.
Yeah, you guys want to go to the library.
Yeah, because this place it's bigger, so it has a lot more.
Alright, so you guys have reached the border of the Frostfell Woods. A good portion of it is still covered in heavy snow. Oddly enough, even the trees themselves look like they're made out of snow. Instead of the normal brown, black, silver, tan, or whitish bark, this looks like snow. You guys go in, start traveling through, and stick to the main road, and everything seems pretty good. After a couple hours, you come across almost like a new path that leads to the west into the woods. You tell it's been quite frequently used, but it still looks new.
And is this diverging from the main road that we're following?
Yeah, it goes. So you guys are going kind of southeast. This kind of goes to the southwest.
Is it like foot traffic, horse traffic?
Horse wagon.
Look, I've played the Oregon Trail in my day. We don't take shortcuts. I don't care whatever track they're going. I don't know where this goes. We follow the actual road on our map, and then we get to where we're going.
Well, and we're trying to go east, generally, not west, right? The path was going west?
Yeah, it's going down to the southwest.
Yeah. So it's really not in the direction we're planning to go.
it does anything besides the fact that it just appears to be like a newer trail. Is there anything else that seems weird about it?
Give me a. Let's see your primal. Give me a average primal check.
One success. 2 advantage.
You can feel the woods are angry. But it's not just the woods, it's some of the animals. You can just get the sense that they are angry.
Does Jorlak pick up on this?
Yeah. So as you look down at him, you can see the hair on the back of his shoulders and neck sticking up.
Yeah. Well, I'm riding him, so. But I will pet him to try to calm him. Ah, guys, something's off. This area is angry. I don't know how else to describe it.
In a general sense, or at us specifically, do you wonder?
It seems to be in a general sense, I think.
Daniel's just going to sigh into like the reins of the wagon or wherever he happens to be riding and just says,
We're going to have to go down the side trail, aren't we? Try and solve this. Fine, let's get it over with.
We don't have to go right now.
I mean,
No.
we're here. We don't know when we'll be back.
That's very true. We may never pass this way again, or maybe it'll be weeks at the very least.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, Jules pretty resigned the group was going to go follow this because that's what we always do.
this is our
We
team.
are like the worst. We're like, mission, 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 squirrel.
We've been diverting on a series of like right angle tangents from every quest we've went on since the beginning of the campaign.
Amy, you and I are on the same wavelength because that's exactly what I was thinking.
We're
Let's
chasing
just-
those squirrels.
We're just gonna chase the squirrel. Let's go.
Alright. So as you guys begin to head down the new path, it's very quiet. Like you can hear the snow and frost and ice kind of crunching underneath your feet and that of your mounts. But you don't hear any birds. You hear no other, like no movement from the woods. Like no deer, no birds, nothing. You continue on. As you get deeper into the woods, you suddenly hear a blood-curdling scream coming from within the woods.
Like off of the path, you mean?
Yes.
Damn it. I hate to split up, but do we want to send a few people ahead to investigate? Have the rest stay with the mounts?
I'll go. I'll take Jorlek.
Okay. Be
I'll
careful
volun-
then.
Yeah, I was gonna I'll volunteer to stay with the mounts if someone else wants to go.
Yeah, Daniel's staying behind his little legs. Not the best suited for this.
I have a dire wolf now. I think I'm all right. If not, you'll
Yeah,
hear her scream.
Jewel will stay back at the wagon too.
If something
So
takes
it's
out Ula, we can just turn ourselves right around.
an Ula solo mission. Oh, I have faith.
And Jorlak, come on. She wouldn't do this alone if she didn't have Jorlak.
Well, if she asks me to go, Keela would go. But if she wants to do it alone, she's not gonna stop her either.
No.
You guys just, I'll go. Jorlak and I'll just take a quick. He can kind of sniff out. It should be real quick. So we're gonna go towards the woods. And is there a path? Do we see like footprints or something leading into the woods?
Give me a average survival. Or we'll go hard survival. This one, you're not really familiar with this area. It just looks like a lot of snow everywhere. It kind of throws you off.
Can I get a boost since I have Jorlak? Because he can kind of like
Yeah,
sniff.
he'd be able to scent or use scent.
How?
So as you go into the woods, you come to a point where you and Drolek stop. You don't know where you are. All you see is snow everywhere. It looks like you're inside of a ball of snow.
The one
So
enemy
they're-
Ula can't kill.
We sent her to her doom.
So they're in Superior, Wisconsin, is what you're trying to say?
Yep. Where summer doesn't start until July 29th.
And ends on August 1st.
Superior, Wisconsin, May 23rd, 2021.
Y'all are hating on us so bad right now. We have had
Yes.
80-degree days.
We're just teasing.
Not yesterday.
I mean, back in 1816, sure.
2 days ago.
My friend Rachel lives in Superior too, and she always says that they get 3 weeks of summer, and they might be spread over a total of 4 different months, but you'll get 3 weeks of summer in there.
True. Very true.
Absolutely.
Fall's awesome. The 2 weeks we have of fall too.
Okay. Jorlak and I are going to stop. And listen.
Alright. Give me a hard perception with 1 setback. All you can hear is the sound of your breathing and that of Jorlak. You hear nothing else. So what are you guys doing while she's in Snowball?
There was
I
no
wa-
change. There was no change in the weather by us. Like, I mean, we're still in the woods and it seems normal.
Other than everything looks like snow, everything's perfectly normal.
I want to imagine we're playing cards with one another.
How long has she been gone?
About 15 minutes.
I'd say when it gets to be about a half an hour, that's when Daniel at least will start to worry. And if we reach that point, he will stop playing poker and instead just turn to the party and say, "Well, all right, maybe this was a bad idea."
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, we're kind of used to Jorlak and Ula kind of going off sometimes, and taking their walks when the rest of us are in or whatever. So I don't think I wouldn't think too much of it initially either.
Yeah, except for she's investigating a blood curdling scream, so I would be worried after 10 minutes.
That's fair. Well, we also don't know how far away that scream was. This could just be
True.
travel time.
And I'm going to assume that there has been no other scream.
Nope.
And we back at the wagon haven't heard anything else either, right?
Nope.
Tell you what, if too much time passes. Actually, I don't know what I'm going to say. We don't know what could have happened. Hmm. I'm trying to think if there's a utility spell that could even give us a clue as to what happened to.
I feel like we should be
Ula.
doing a detect magic on this place.
Well, utility spell probably not. However, you do have an ability, or not an ability, but
Wait, my
use
heroic
of-
ability.
Well, there's that, but there also is a magic that you can use to help other people. Remember, you can enhance other people.
Can I augment Ula at this distance?
No. I shouldn't say that. You can always try. It's just going to be formidable. Yes, that's going to be a big range increase.
Shit. I think I might lean towards use of my heroic ability in this case. Because then at least Dan will questions about what's happened to Ula and Jorlak. But I think he will wait till it has been a half an hour at that point, just to be on the safe side of something is probably happening. Because it couldn't have been that far away that they couldn't scout there and back again on a dire wolf.
Is it utility to detect magic?
I think that's how we've ruled it in the past.
Yeah.
Okay. At 15 minutes, silently, she's not going to raise alarm yet, but Keela's worried, so Keela's going to cast a detect magic.
Okay.
What would the difficulty be?
Average. Well, actually be. That'll work.
I can add.
Well, no, I was gonna say it would actually just be easy.
Oh, well, either way.
Yeah. So, are you focusing on your coin, or?
Yeah, I'll focus on the coin.
So.
She's my family.
As you sit there and focus and just kind of rub it, you sense magic, but it's not. It's natural. It's normal, just wild magic. It's not malevolent. It's not, trying to harm anybody. It's not trying to help anybody. It's just there.
So that does not track with Ula saying that the woods are angry.
Sort of. Since she utilizes primal magic. She's more in touch with the natural magics of the world. Whereas yours is a divine, comes from, you know.
I see. So the magic I'm sensing.
You can
Is
sense,
neutral.
yeah. Well, you can sense the natural magic, but you can't, like, I don't want to say you can't feel it because you can sense it, but you can't manipulate.
Can't get its vibe.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right, so then that won't throw up any red flags to me yet. So then, yeah, I'll then it'll be Danelle at 30 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, this probably wasn't a good idea.
All right. Let's get out like a couple of incense sticks from a backpack. Like trying to light a fire, strike a match through thick mittens. Just like, fuck, shit, damn. Ugh. All right, give me a minute for this.
Before he does that, Ula's just gonna call out, hello. I don't know if they'll be able to hear, but that's why I want to say it before you do it.
Oh, yeah.
How loud are you yelling?
Like, pretty loud. Like, she's yelling either for her team or whatever she was trying to track.
Okay.
Like, she's just trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Okay. Well, if anybody wants to throw a average perception,
If
you'll
indeed.
you'll get a setback just because of the conditions in the area.
Hey.
Jewel hears nothing.
But she does hear some
in the first place.
she does hear some nice ambiance in the white noise of everything and just feels it relaxed.
Very much at peace. So, yeah, Jewel doesn't hear anything. She's kind of flipping through a book or whatever she wants to be doing. With Danil and Key, you both hear Ula's voice being carried, kind of echoing around. Key, to you, it sounds like it's coming from everywhere. Danil, you have a general sense of where it's coming from. It's pretty much coming from the direction that she had gone, but it may have wandered off the course.
Daniel will try to call back. Might as well.
We're over here! Actually, I may have a better option.
And Daniel will unsling the lute and just start to play and like magically amplify the noise a bit.
What shall I roll?
I love when the magic loot comes out.
That would be a perception. You'll get a setback because of the conditions, but you'll also get a boost because of the loot.
And is it average or hard?
Average.
Poor Ula. She is so disoriented.
Yeah, something just seems
Fucking love that gif though.
I know, right?
to be blocking it.
Here's what happened. On Friday, we played in person for the first time, and I actually rolled real dice, and I actually didn't do that bad. So this is like retaliation.
We are truly cursed by the woods.
At least you have Joria to keep you warm. Like, you're not going to freeze in the woods, you know?
Oh, no. Absolutely not. And
Do we
Ula
want-
knows the, survival. Stay put.
Also, start a fire.
I don't know if I can, but I could try.
I'm just saying that's part of the snowmobile. If you get lost in the woods, stay put, start a fire.
I don't need a fire to keep warm, but I suppose one to find me would be helpful.
That's true. It's also would be good to know if we could even have fire in this woods with the eerie no sound.
After a while of Ula not appearing while playing, Daniel will stop and say, "Okay, yeah, this isn't good. I feel that among the three of us here, I probably have the best outdoorsy skills. So here's what I suggest. Jewel, are you able to perhaps, I don't know, cast a spell on a rock or something to make it function as like a compass to this very spot? Some like simple charm to help guide me back, just in case there's something worse out there. And then I will go out in the woods and I'll track down Ula and we'll get back."
All right.
Jewel's gonna do one better. She's gonna pull off one of her earrings and enchant it so that it'll come back to her, and then hand it to you so that you know which direction I am from you.
Not bad, thank you. Be a terrible time for this to turn into like a dramatic curse where it finds its way back to you, but only after many years. Anyway, on that cheerful note, into the woods I go.
And Daniel will start crunching off into like snowdrifts that are presumably like up to his chest.
All right, give me a. We'll go average survival.
And I am periodically calling out again for Ula. Dangers be damned. Does that affect a roll in any way?
No, because right now you're tracking her.
Failure triumph.
Dice love us today.
Oh, I'm loving it.
You don't even have to flip tips.
God, I don't gotta touch nothing right now. So
I've got an idea for the triumph, if nothing else.
Okay, shoot.
Can we say that Jules' enchantment takes hold permanently? Like this earring can now always be used in this way?
Oh, it's basically like a beacon back to
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
I feel like that's a very good long-term gain for us.
Yeah.
Oh, while you were gone, I used my triumph to make your enchantment on the earring permanent, so we can now always use this in this way. This still means that we're fucking lost in the woods.
I would like to. Can I shoot up a bolt of lightning?
Signal flare.
I was gonna say, how are you trying to shoot it up?
Maybe in how? I'm primal.
No, never mind. Just saying, I could see Uhula be like, well, now's the time as good as any. Need a jolt. Yeah.
I wondered if that was the joke.
I realized it after you said that was the joke, but oh well.
It happens.
All right, so I guess it'd just be average.
For what? Just to shoot up a bolt of lightning?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're adding lightning to it. They would move it up to average.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the despair where we burn down this forest too. But there weren't any red dice. Still rolled a despair.
Thank God.
I feel like we should all cheer for that. She finally rolled a success.
So how far up are you shooting it?
Up above the trees. Like it's gonna go pretty, I want it to be able to be seen for as high as it can go. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but that was my solution.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, you reach up, launch a lightning bolt, goes flying up to the tree canopy, and you lose sight of it.
Did
You
I
see-
see it though?
You see a crow slowly start falling down to the ground.
Ooh, dinner.
Yeah, you three give me a perception. It's going to be hard with 2 red and 1 setback.
What the fuck?
Jules got her nose in the book or whatever.
Holy
Like she doesn't see any
shit.
lightning.
So yeah, so Jewel doesn't say anything. Key, you just happen to be looking up and you see this lightning bolt go spiraling up into the sky and kind of spreads out. But when it does, with your threats, you're not sure exactly where it came from. You know the rough direction, but you don't have a pinpoint as to where it started. So you just managed to catch a sight between a couple of branches. You just see.
And is it in the general direction that Ula went?
Yeah, in the general direction. It seems to be off by about 15 degrees from where she went. Danilo, you see bright flash of lightning go streaking up.
Yeah, Daniel heads for that, just grumbling. I wanted to just take the normal road, but here we are in the snow, no closer to finding anything. And he heads towards where that lightning came from.
Alright. So we'll say about 20 minutes goes by. Neither of them come back. Actually, no, it'd actually be probably about 45 minutes have gone by so far total. Neither Ula or Danil have come back.
Now, question. Now that the earring is permanently linked to Jewel, can Jewel find the earring?
No. The earring will help whoever's holding it find Jewel.
Damn. Okay. Well, Jewel, looks like
You have to have faith in
We
us.
do we have faith or do we go in there after them?
The real question is, are we supposed to yell Marco, or are they supposed to yell Marco and we yell Polo?
That is an incredible response to that question. I'm very pleased by this session.
So, going through, you do end up stumbling across where Ula is.
Thank the gods.
And where you find her is you manage to find some tracks that go in, and you can see where a bunch of frozen snow had basically snapped from the canopy and basically came down and created a dome. And she just happened to, and it blended in well, like you would not have ever noticed, except for you can see these big direwolf prints go in and nothing around it.
Is Ula literally just stuck in a dome going in circles, like, can't see a way out?
Pretty much. I mean, it's a good chunk. Easily 200, 250 feet in diameter. Just
One little hole in the top for the lightning bolts. All right, Daniel's going to carve like an actual doorway into one side of this and just shout in, "Hola!
Ula turns
Follow
around.
my voice, please."
She like whips around, like looking for a minute, and then she like sees like the doorway / Daniel, and so she and Jorlak make their way. I don't know what happened.
I think you were somehow buried alive in this snow. Did you actually ever find anything out here? What the hell happened?
I never found anything, and I never heard anything again.
Well, if someone was getting murdered, they're probably dead by now anyway.
Probably.
Been half an hour. They froze or bled out.
It's been like a whole hour almost at this point.
I don't know. They might not have bled out because it's so cold, but
Look.
they still might be frozen.
Look, this is what I think they call, down in the city-states, a cold case. So, I, for one, fine to head back to the wagon. If this forest wanted us to help it out so badly, should have made it easier for us to find the problem. Anyway, we have an enchantment to find our way back.
Excellent.
And so, yeah, Daniel will climb up on Jorlak and start leading everyone back.
alright.
Good thing we didn't try to go after them, Joel.
So yeah, Metrobot. $20, 25 minutes, so you guys make it back to where the wagon is.
We return, friends, and
Daniel will toss the earring back to Jewel with a,
thank you for that. Let's never be adventurous ever again in our lives.
what am I saying? Of course, we're gonna keep doing this. This is we embarked on this journey just to help out causes we don't fully understand. So that's what we're gonna keep doing, just south of here, out of this forest.
Somewhere where there's warm meals and warm beds.
Indeed.
Let's do it. We tried.
That's what we earned this session, the You Tried star.
Here's your participation trophy.
Key's definitely thinking, I don't know if it's going to be that easy. But she's just going to say, well, I think we've learned one lesson. We need to stick together.
And never take shortcuts in the woods.
Especially ones that go in the wrong way. But we really should be trying to figure out what's going on here. Someone is screaming. She's just being herself by saying that.
No, it makes sense. And Daniel will say, I know I do a great job of trying to present myself as callous, but I do want to help people too. Although at times we sometimes need to consider that we cannot fix every problem in the entire world. And if we always attempt to do so, we will use up a lot of time and energy that we need to solve other problems we're already working on. I don't want to just leave something unsolved, and it's possible that we may be able to do more here when we return to this area, but if all we're going to do is get lost in the woods, we should probably worry about staying alive.
Fair enough. So what, do we just turn around and try to go back the way we
Daniel's
came?
already like trying to push the wagon around to go back the other way.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Alright, so you guys turn around and head back to the main road.
If we can.
Alright.
We need to learn more before we come back. Seems to be a theme starting.
I don't want to do this side quest right now. I'll come back to it. I don't want to do this side quest right now.
It's too far off the beaten path, too hard to find.
Alright, so you guys make it back to the main road after a while. Continue heading on to the southeast. You ride for a few more hours for the day before you decide to camp for the night. You're kind of where you go to make camp. It's almost on the border of like snow and plains. So you got a bunch of snow behind you, and you can look and you can see just grass. The problem is it's a little, because it's warmer in that region than here. It's kind of mushy. So it's kind of like walking around on a sponge.
Can we see any small hills or inclines that might be drier just from being higher elevation that are nearby?
Yeah, so you can, if you go a little bit farther east, more off the main road, because you're still really close to the mountains. There's quite a few areas that are still hilly. So there'll be a little bit more in the snow, but you can kind of get a little bit better perspective on the surrounding terrain, but also a little bit drier, slightly colder. You guys set up camp.
The cold never bothered us anyway. Sorry, I had to.
It's the law.
Absolutely.
You guys do anything during the camp? Or during the night?
Probably not much other than trying to desperately dry any clothes that got damp from Danil wading through snow.
All right. Alright, so night goes by pretty uneventfully. It's pretty quiet. Next morning, there's a nice warm fire going. Food is already being cooked.
Garden's too good to us.
He really is.
You guys go through your normal morning routines, kind of pack up what you're taking off for camp. Now you guys gonna cut straight across to the, just go straight east along the mountain line, or are you gonna go down to Haywood then back up?
It's across the mountain line. Is it still a well-worn path road?
There's a few trails you could probably stumble or find along the way.
We'll take the road.
Okay.
I gotta stand by it. My advice: no shortcuts. As desperately as I want a more direct route.
It's probably faster to use the road.
Alright.
Yeah, because if we get lost, it's gonna take us a lot longer.
I'm less worried about us getting lost. I'm more worried about just breaking a wagon wheel out in rough country and then just losing all the shit we bought.
That too.
This is hard-earned stuff.
Alright, so over the next 2 days, you guys just head along the road. During the travels, you see some people kind of pass you up on the road. Some kind of coming up and taking like a hard turn to the west. Kind of go out into the plains. They look more like they're hunters, so they're probably going after game. Yeah, you see some farmsteads you kind of come across as you're heading in. But you make it to Highwold. It's not a huge town. It's bordering like on the small end of city, larger end of town.
At least we'll have a proper bed tonight.
Indeed.
While we sit in the AC, Nikki needs to go find like warm clothing.
I see. You seem to have lost the Nikki.
I was just putting on my sweatshirt. I didn't feel like that was something I needed to be on camera for. Tis cold here, you know.
Yeah, you used to live up there.
So I assume we're going to find a tavern or inn to stay the night.
Yeah. So. Sorry, I'm trying to get the name here. Alright, so you find one. It's called Fox's Hollow.
Daniel is keenly feeling the 2 gold he owes to Jewel due to the horse shenanigans, and is going to get the cheapest possible accommodations. Short of sleeping in the stable, that is. That'll do.
Yeah, Jewel would get a room too. I mean, this is not a place to spend money because it doesn't seem that fancy. So just a basic room.
Same with Key, because I'm assuming Ula's staying with Joria.
She's getting him settled in the like stable area, and then she'll come in
Yeah,
for a room.
I don't mind paying for a double room so she and I can bunk together.
Alright.
Whatever room will fit us both and have beds for us both. Sure.
Just a regular room.
I'll pay tonight, Ula. If we stay another night, you can pay tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Been a long couple days travel.
This is actually cleaner than my old office at the university.
Palette?
The fancy.
Sweet.
I got what I paid for.
So we'll be right back.
Cool.
Hey, and we're back. Alright. So next morning, you guys wake up, go downstairs. There's a few people kind of sitting around eating some food. It's fairly quiet. As you guys sit at a table, you see a large, well, not large, but a humanoid looking fox come walking over. Kind of looks at you. Right, well, what do you guys want?
Oh, simple bread and water will do for me. Thank you very much.
Janelle, I'm happy to buy you breakfast.
I like bread and water, though.
A basic breakfast for me, please. Bread,
Right.
cheese, egg.
Jewel asked for some eggs along with, bread and cheese.
Yeah, Ula will have the same as Jewel.
Okay. So he writes it down. Alright, I'll be right back. Kind of wanders off. Walks into, we're assuming it's the kitchen area. Goes and the door kind of closes behind him. About 10 minutes later, comes back out. You got a big tray, a bunch of plates on it. Set your orders down in front of you.
Have we seen fox people before? I don't recall. I don't know if this is a very unusual thing or I just haven't paid attention.
You haven't so far.
Daniel will thank him for the food.
Right, well, that'll be about 12 silver there.
Jewel will pay. Yeah.
Thank you.
12 silver?
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't. I heard 1270 for some reason.
There's tax.
I was like, what are you talking about?
12 silver and 70 copper.
I'm gonna just round that up to 13 then, because tip.
So he kind of walks off, starts talking to a couple other people. You're just sitting there, yeah. Go about eating, whatnot. As you guys are finishing up, he comes walking back over, kind of grabs a chair, spins it around, kind of leans against it. So, what brings you out here?
Passing through. Got business in Darkaldor.
Business of the dwarves, eh? Interesting.
Got a job offer a while back. Hoping to make good on it.
Kind of job you got with the dwarves?
Apparently they have some trouble. Need someone to talk it out.
Fun?
Ula gives a toothy grin.
Well, how long you guys planning on staying?
Just for one night, I'm thinking. We need to be on our way. We've made not the best time, all things considered.
I mean, that works, I suppose. So, yeah. You guys are paid for the room, so you're good there. Anything else you need before y'all head out?
Did you need some help?
No more side quests.
Me? No, I'm good.
Joe's just gonna keep throwing side quests at us to see if any of them are just like, ooh.
He's just gonna throw them until they stick.
Here's one, and here's one, and here's one. No, I just like to kind of get a feeling for some of the people that come through here.
Of course. I imagine you see all sorts of types passing through.
Yeah, that we do. Name's Tavian, by the way. Everybody calls me Scraps. Don't really know why.
Nice to meet you. Actually, this will be an odd question, but I'm curious. You ever see a guy around here who carries arrows like these?
And yeah, I'll show him one of the arrows from the horse thief guy.
Alright. So you hand over research. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. Hold on, let me go talk to my chef, see what he knows.
Much obliged.
Ula kind of like does like a your chef, okay, kind of look, but she's just like, all right, what else?
I imagine you
Well,
hire all
Maison-
types in these places. Who knows, even I could have become a chef if this whole adventuring thing didn't work out for me.
So he kind of wanders off. Goes back into the kitchen again.
I don't think I would be a chef.
I imagine there'd be some peace to it all, you know? Knowing that that's your craft day in and day out. I imagine the long hours and all the standing around might get to me after a while, but sometimes I wonder, it might be nice just to have a simple trade. Just make your daily bread, day in, day out, without fear of death or being lost in the woods. It has its appeals.
Didn't you leave a scholar job?
The job left me was probably a better way of putting it, given that my employment was unwillingly terminated. And then I failed to find a new job, so I fell in with you rascals, and now here I am. I have never been so far from my home before in my life. I've teleported twice, and we are now asking after a strange arrow in a random tavern we passed across, and we might even get a real answer.
Just think of all of the things you've learned since you fell in with us, though.
Mostly how to stab people, though. But that is true. I have learned some things about the greater mysteries of the world, so, you win some, you lose some.
Hey, knowing how to stab people is never a bad thing to know. You never know when you're going to need it.
And think of the stories you can tell your nieces and nephews. One time, your uncle Daniil.
I suppose I can't argue with you there.
One time, when he was at camp, he came across an undead giant troll.
Oh, that's much better than what I thought you were doing.
He's just eating her breakfast slowly, just taking in the conversation, just like, I love these guys.
So after a little while,
He
he comes back out. Kind of plops back down the chair he was in. It's like, right, well, this little beauty here, where'd you have to come across this?
Oh, you're fighting up north. Fell in for a time with, this archer. Fought for a while, but, we lost track of one another. Got attacked by those fucking undead beasties they have up there. Lost track of each other in the snow. We couldn't find any trace of him and hoped to know if he yet lived. Figured he must have passed through here on his way south, if indeed he went this way or lived. The arrows were distinct, so we hope to maybe learn to find him that way.
Jules gonna say, I found it right about here.
So you were fighting the friend of yours that had these? Or you were traveling with someone that had these?
A joke. There was a bit of a hunting accident when we first encountered our friend. Poor Joel got the sharp end of it. That's how we got the arrow.
Right, okay. So, according to what my chef says, apparently one of you lot have made an enemy. Yes, these arrowheads tend to be used by Assassin's Guild.
You gotta be shitting me. Is that sort of thing even legal?
What's legal anymore? I mean, for the most part, everybody uses them. Kings, queens, dukes, you name it, they use them.
If I wasn't so clumsy, I could have become an assassin.
Well, fuck, what the hell do you do if someone puts a bounty on your head? What?
Kill them before they kill you?
She's not wrong.
This is why you had to learn to stab people to know.
Oh, fuck, this raises even more questions. What the hell?
It really does.
But yeah, according to my my chef, it says that it's the unseen angels.
Just Amy in the background. Joe, you jerk.
No, it wasn't Joe. I was yelling at the cat.
No, but I just saying we could hear you going, you jerk.
I know. I had a box of dice on the table, and he just like basically he pushed it out of his way so he could lay down.
I'm sorry, Joe. What with the angels? Angel what?
The unseen angels.
Thank you. Looks like we have more stuff to research.
Your chef, he doesn't happen to know how to, like, where these angels operate out of, like what their deal is. He used to run in those circles before he worked here.
Something like that.
Some circles.
Yeah, I met up with him a while ago, so yeah, he used to do some wet work, I suppose. So
Well, thanks for the advice, I suppose. And I guess if anyone asks, we were never here.
if you want some good advice, try to find out what's going on and either get your asses into hiding or take out whoever's trying to take you out.
That sounds like good advice. Not the hiding.
We have a hard
If we knew who the fuck it was,
meeting.
Jorlak's too hard to hide.
there are a long list of people we have pissed off over the past 2 months.
We've been together 2 months and we pissed off like half the country.
Half the countries on this continent.
Sorry, that's what I meant. I meant continent, not countries. Or not country.
But it's funnier this way.
I suppose you could always just try to figure out who you pissed off more.
Well, we can't rule out anybody before or after we got here.
Great, so it's not Filda. That narrows down our list a lot.
Well, I mean, we probably pissed her off too, but
She probably didn't call the hit.
It's only been like a week, 2 weeks.
exactly.
Been after us a lot longer than that.
Well, since right before we landed in Dilda's lair.
But yeah, later,
Could-
once we're... Go ahead, sorry.
I would say it could be Keys people tracking her down.
They would do that in person, I would think. That's a personal grudge. And we got teleported way far away, so they might not have a clue where we are yet. It might have reached them.
That still leaves us with the fucking zombies. The goddamn Church of the God of Judgment. Relatives of that vampire asshole. Relatives of the Inquisitor. Fucking he who must not be named. Then I feel like I'm forgetting someone else here, but I think that probably covers the worst people we've tangled with.
I'm pretty sure he who should not be named wouldn't send assassins.
True, if they're not from his cult, then maybe. Do we just really piss off the government of Krova?
I say we just keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, nothing we can do about this other than keep a watch out.
We made one of them run away, so
What if that one wasn't even for us? What if we just ran into another assassin by accident?
it would make sense if he tried to, dupe us with horses. Yeah.
It's certainly very different than the fucking kill squad that hit the first outpost.
Is the Fox dude still here listening?
Yeah, Daniel, I was going to specify, but I was cut off. Most of this, Daniel is saying after we have left, like once we are on the road, because this is not like a tavern room talk. We're not going to tell the tavern about how we're here to stop the cult of the god Tamos.
Yeah, we probably should have left by now.
Yeah, otherwise he'd just be sitting there.
Yeah, because especially since you basically lied to him at the very beginning, and it's like,
Yeah. I mean, he'll probably see through it now, given our reaction, but
kitty.
Oh,
Kitty.
Mine's really not in a flattering position to show him, so I'll spare him.
I got to see him walking around earlier at the start of the stream. Little nose above the camera line.
He was playing ball with me for a little while when we came back from break, too.
Oh. But yeah, other than that, Daniel's got no business in town. He wants to get the fuck out and get to where we're going.
We weren't going to stay long here.
All right. So you guys head off to the northeast, following the main road.
Jewel confesses she's a little disappointed that we're headed back towards the mountains and cold after coming out of them, even for a day or two.
Until we get a better lead, this is all we got.
Oh yeah, she's resigned that we need to, but she's still a little wishes it was otherwise.
Alright, so over the course of the next about 3 days, it's a pretty boring journey. It's pretty quiet. The night of the third night you're out. You know you're close. I mean, you're almost at the base of the mountain. You can see where Darkledor is. You can see the mountains, though they're covered in snow. Looking at them, you just get this weird sense from them. Not like scary or anything like that. It's just like looking at them and knowing that there are people that live in that. It's just like, wow. How are you setting up a watch for the night?
I'll go first.
I'll go last.
All right, Jewel's got third.
Guess I'll go second.
Alright. So keep going through, everybody starts passing out. Throughout your watch, it's pretty comfortable. It's not as cold as where you came from, but you can still feel a little bit of the warmth from where you just came from in the air. The snow in the area is more, I want to say slushier, but it's not really slush, but it's good Midwest term is it's really good snowball weather or snow.
Very wet snow.
But it's light.
I'll make
which is weird.
person.
So you're gonna make a snow.
I'll make a snow person to pass the time. Nice treat for Ula. I'll make it smile with rocks.
He wakes up just surrounded by snow zombies. It's ninjas. Yeah, otherwise your watch goes by pretty well. And you made about say 5 snow people, varying heights.
Brief, bare minimum resemblances to the group.
I was gonna say.
So you had one bigger one leaner one smaller with the snout, ears, and then you got one that all you see is the head and ears sticking out of a snowbank.
That's Garn.
All right.
Alright. So Ula, as you are woken by Aquila, you look around and you see snow creatures. You've never made a snow person, so
It's my first time in snow like this. Had to.
all you know is that there's now these people-looking snow piles that vaguely resemble the group.
Ula will understand.
She gets me.
Alright, so what are you doing during your watch?
She is going to try to make them a little more resemble the group and also add Jorlak.
Alright. So throughout your watch, it's pretty quiet, except for the sound of the snow hitting piles from you making more snow people and putting your little twist on everything.
No, okay, so actually, she has a better idea. She's going to make Jorlak out of snow, but she's going to make him life size. Or she's going to try anyway.
Alright. So yeah, you make something that vaguely looks like it. You can tell it's a animal of some sort. Joel, you are awakened by Ula, and so you kind of glance around in the moonlight. You see Ula kind of standing up from waking you up, and these snow people and this weird, big, large snow animal thing. They weren't there when you went to bed.
Jules gonna ask, haven't we had enough snow adversaries at this point that do we need to tempt fate that these will come alive, be more?
Snow friends. Don't you see their smiles?
Ula's like,
Can't you see these are us? They're protecting us.
Jill will just nod and agree.
she's like, sure, Ula, just go back to bed.
These won't kill us in our sleep and take over our bodies at all.
Now I'm having a thought. I'm picturing it kind of like Doodle Bob, but out of snow. Seriously, nobody got that?
I got it.
I don't know what Doodle Bob is.
SpongeBob.
Yes.
There was a one episode where they get a pencil. It falls from the surface, and underground apparently it makes things come alive. So he decides to draw himself, and then there's this evil doodle bob running around.
I'm just slightly too old for SpongeBob. Like it's just a little bit beyond me. So I've seen a couple episodes, but I don't know it.
Yeah.
But I much good love.
All right. Jewel, what do you do through your watch?
Jewel's gonna make some tea to help stay awake and a little bit of warmth. And then if the stars are out, she's gonna do some stargazing, walk
Okay.
around a little bit, stay warm.
All
She's
right.
tempting. She's tempted. She's both tempted to deface and to try to enhance the snow people, but she's gonna resist doing either.
All right. Give me a. It's an average Arcana check while you're stargazing.
What a time to have a triumph.
Absolutely incredible.
Now I wish I had rolled that enhance the snow people, because then it could have come out amazing.
Army that will follow us wherever snow is.
Yeah, ever you go camp, they pop up.
Tom and I in other lives have fought snow people before while trying to rescue Santa Claus.
Oh my god. Oh, I'd almost forgotten that adventure from the distant past.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Sorry, I'm trying to find something.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to turn this into, like, what do you use a triumph for? There can be some kind of omen of good things to come, or we're gonna find information.
We need a clue.
We're not really near the area where the dragons are supposed to be, so like having some kind of distant dragon spotting doesn't seem appropriate. She could make a wish on a falling star and somehow have it be answered.
Will she put it in her pocket and never let it fade away?
So as you are looking at the stars, kind of look at the constellations, you can see, every now and then one goes shooting across. You notice it starts off as a tiny little pinprick. You almost think you're seeing things, or it's just an ember from the fire. But it slowly begins to grow larger. But it looks like a red eye.
It's in the sky, or is it?
Yes, it's in the sky.
I only see one red eye.
Yes.
She's going to keep watching it, and she's going to shift her position in the camp because sometimes your eyes can play tricks on you. She's trying to rule that out.
So, I mean, you could tell it's a star, but it looks like an eye.
Jewel's going to wonder if someone is scrying on them. Can she do some kind of I guess detect magic to see if there's anything magical coming from that spot in the sky.
Okay. So it will be. We're gonna go with daunting with 2 red. So you're not sure. It just, you know, it's out of place. That from your years of study, you've never seen a red star.
It's Mars.
Later on, maybe when Daniel gets up, I might have heard of it. Stars probably came up in my studies.
Yeah, Jewel doesn't have a strong background in this. It's more of a curiosity than any kind of real learning. So I guess she'll just keep watching it. And yeah, I mentioned it to Daniel when he wakes up.
Okay. So the rest of your night goes quietly. I mean, you kind of just focus on that, trying to see if you can recall anything. So Danielle, you are awoken by Jewel. And as you look around, you see a bunch of snow things. One looks like a giant animal. Some look like resemble you guys. They weren't there when you went to bed.
It seems I'm in good company this watch.
Daniel's just gonna play the lute, do some idle tunes to pass the time until morning.
Right. So the watch goes by pretty quietly, except for the sound of your music. Which I'm assuming you're just lightly strumming, so it's just more like a background noise type.
Meow.
Yeah. Rand's gonna give him some treats, and he's meowing away. And she's meowing back at him. He gets really baggy when it comes to treats. So yeah, morning comes. Garden's creeping away. You guys all wake up or get woken up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel will let everyone sleep in just a little bit. Not like too late, but give him time. Just like get the fire going again. Put on like, I don't know, some bacon on the pan, something.
Oh yeah, Garn's got all that stuff going.
When Key wakes up, she's just gonna immediately know it was Ula and be like, "Ooh, I love it, Ula."
I got you.
Jewel mentioned to Key and Ula about the red star too, and ask if they saw it when they were on watch.
Specifically Key and Ula.
I already told you when you woke up.
Oh, I misheard that. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I mentioned it to you when you woke up.
Surprised you didn't like look for it.
Oh yeah, no, I must have missed that completely. I'm sorry about that.
Maybe my mic cut out too. But yeah, I would definitely have told you when it was your watch, or when you might pass it over. So.
Well, in that case, that's a good question. What does Daniel know about this? Has he ever encountered a sign like this?
Give me an average lore check. So you're having a hard time placing where, but you have heard about a red star, and it wasn't too long ago.
Like within the scope of our adventures not too long ago, or pre-adventures not too long ago?
Within the adventures, not long ago.
Wait, hold on a moment. The prophecy in Kutrov. When the red star is in the eastern sky and an ash tree blooms with silver flowers, we find Eminar again. That was what he said to give you the staff.
Good memory.
Is there an ash tree blooming?
Not around here.
Well, shit. That's one, at least, of 3 signs to the fucking end of the world, and we've made fuck all progress since we left Kutrov. We maybe got a local petty tyrant to please nicely ask for recruits instead of just taking them.
It wasn't our fault that that's where we got plopped.
I'm not saying it is, but
the best of a bad situation.
Damn, we still know jack and shit. We don't even know anything about this cult we're supposed to take down.
Makes it imperative we go to Belkador now.
All I know is Jack and shit, and Jack skipped town.
Pretty much.
He's gonna be like a little affronted by this tirade, like, that's not like you to know.
Not like me to get suddenly anxious about the future and start ranting about how doomed we are. I feel like I've done that at least once or twice a day the past few weeks. I feel like learning that there's this dark god who's trying to return and has gotten into our dreams has made me more anxious about life in general. overall.
I do feel like the answers we seek may be in Dulcodor. There's a reason why we were assigned away from there. Maybe they didn't want us to know what's there.
Maybe. Either way, we can't really risk not doing anything about this. So while we're there, we should see what people know.
Yeah.
Alright. So after you guys eat, you begin the last leg of your journey to Darkaldor. As you approach, you can see a lot of people coming and going. It seems to be kind of almost like a trade hub, especially with the dwarves. You can see just beautiful carved pillars and just massive surrounding this huge stone door. Outside, of the doors, there's a couple areas for stables where you can leave your horses and carts and all that stuff. Yeah, this place is busy. A lot of trader wagons coming and going. A lot of people loading up carts, unloading, carrying stuff in, carrying stuff out. It's a bustle of activity. I think that's where we'll call it for tonight.
Sounds good.
Bringing us back to the storyline.
So yeah, so we'll be back Monday or next Monday. Oh, is everybody gonna be available next Monday?
I should be in town by noon.
Okay.
So
I should be as well. I'm traveling that weekend, but it would be very unexpected if I was not home by Monday evening.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be around.
Cool. All right. Cool. Cause yeah, I work Sunday. Monday off, obviously government holiday, so yay. And actually, we just picked up a new government holiday.
Ooh.
Well, since the county has now made Juneteenth a holiday,
Oh, that's
it is
true.
now a paid holiday for me. Although, it doesn't affect me this year. I just get to bank the hours. So, yay. But yeah, I took Tuesday and Wednesday off because I'm like, I got some time. Which is actually all
Yeah.
the rest of my time. I'm just like, screw it, I'm just using it now. So I only have to work one day next week. Well, I have to work at stock Thursday, but whatever.
Nice.
Not bad.
So I'll be around. I know eventually I gotta sit down and talk with you, John. Because I have some ideas. And I need to discuss them with you.
All right, now I'm worried.
Could be bad, could be good. So yeah, so hopefully we should be back Monday. Do you guys want to start earlier on Monday?
yeah, I'll let you know if I'm running late leaving the cabin.
Yeah, I'd be okay starting a little earlier. I'll also try to message if I think I'm going to be late, but I would assume I'd be back by the afternoon. So be able to start in like early evening.
Yeah.
Like 5, maybe.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, go from
That could work.
5 to 8 or 5 to 9 or whatever. Kind of get more punch with it. But then not
Joe,
go
are we
super late.
finally going to pull out the idea where we're going to meet Jules' good twin? Because we know she's the evil twin. So
Possible. Who knows? We'll see.
As you know, we all have evil and good twins.
So those are watching. Thanks. And hopefully we'll see you guys next Monday. Bye.
Bye.